Ebensburg Homecoming Duathlon. It's a 2-mile run, like 8.5-mile bike, 2-mile run up in Ebensburg. Obviously, it's Ebensburg Homecoming, put on by Central Camry Cross Country Team. Finished first overall in 53 minutes 27 seconds. I'm happy with my time. This is like the first duathlon that I've done in a couple years, so I was excited to do it. It's always nice to try different things, and I was actually looking forward to it all week, to actually like break up 5Ks and like either road or trail racing, just something different. So I was definitely, looking forward to doing it. But it wasn't a big crowd. There was only 4 of us that actually did the duathlon today. There's usually a lot more people, but it happens. But I'm still going to count it as win number 198, because me and the one guy, we actually raced the whole entire time. So it wasn't like it was just like freebie. We were actually like running and trying to actually beat each other. Plus it was an actually timed race. So we were going for time, and it wasn't, being a timed race, it was, I guess, sanctioned, I guess is what you want to say. But even with 4 people, it was still a really good time. It was really fun. Just having that battle today and doing something different. We started closer to the ball fields up at the past the community center up there, and then we ran out to the stop sign where that first road is, right past the community center, and ran around the block circling like the ball fields, and then we headed out on the Ghost Town Trail to mile 32 marker, which is the end of the trail, and then we headed straight back on the Ghost Town Trail past the community center to get our bikes. That gave us the 2 miles to start, and then we biked the 4.25 out towards Nantiglow Way, and then back. I had maybe 20-30 seconds, like 1.15, 1.2 into the race at mile 32 marker. As we turned around, I was like, all right, got to turn it on a little bit. It's not really enough bank time, because he had actually like a better bike than mine, a really faster bike, pretty much a tri bike or whatever. I just had my disc Rome 4 Trek, little hybrid bike, so it's not really meant for speed, even on Ghost Town Trail. But transition was pretty quick, maybe like 10 seconds in transition. That's just because I couldn't get my helmet snapped, so I just said to hell with it after a couple seconds and just left it unsnapped the whole time. So I just kept getting smacked in the face with the flaps. I took off pretty good on the bike. I was feeling confident. I was looking back. I didn't really see anybody until maybe 3 miles, and he started coming in to view behind me, and I was like, shit, he's definitely gonna get me. And by the turn, he was right on my ass, and then he passed me, I don't know, we'll say 5 miles into the race, give or take like a couple tenths. So he just started gapping me from like 5 on. Might have had 20-ish seconds at the most. But I was just pedaling hard the whole time. I was pedaling as hard as I could, sitting down, and then I would stand up, try to pedal more. It's a little bit of a downhill on the way out. Then on the way back, it's like 200 feet of gain. So I did the same thing on the way back. I was pedaling as hard as I could. And then I would shift down and stand up and get some more speed built up. Going back and forth doing that a lot. Just trying to maintain the gap or gain on my buddy. But I was just like, oh, he's just getting farther and farther ahead of me. And I was doing everything in my power just to try to maintain so he didn't get like a minute or so lead on me. Because if he got like a minute or so lead on me, there was no way I was going to be able to get him on the run portion, because my legs were just on fire. Every time I would stand up and start pedaling hard to try to close the gap, my legs just like lit up. It was just, dude, I haven't had my legs burn like that in forever. Even though I'm used to biking, it was just like pedaling so hard, but outside, like stand up just trying to, you know, redline as much as possible. They just completely inflamed, and I'm gonna fill it tomorrow, I guarantee it, or later tonight. But I kept them in view, and I might have come in like 15 seconds, I don't know what the exact time would have been, in on the run, and I slowly just caught back up, because I think I saw him like slow up a couple of times, and I just kept getting him, and then when I passed, I think he gave up a little bit. But it was hard on that second part of the run. I was like 6:20, I think was my average in the last 2 miles. But it was just, man, my legs haven't felt like that. But I don't really do or train for like duathlons or Ironmans or anything, so I'm not really used to bike run stuff. But it was a really good time. I enjoyed it. It's one of those races, I mean, even though, like I said, there was only like 4 of us actually like racing, just a different experience, and it broke up the monotony of like all the other things that I've been doing, and just having that battle and knowing that I had to go hard the whole time just to stay ahead, or, you know, try to maintain the gap that he took, made it exciting to see how things were going to finish. I sort of knew he was going to get me on the bike, but it was like, all right, how much is he going to get me on the bike, and how much time is there going to be where I can catch back up, possibly. Didn't know if I could. Luckily I did. But I was sweaty the whole time. My heart rate was in the 160s, which is never happening on bikes. Like if I'm in my basement going hard, my heart rate's maybe like 150. It's never into 160. So being outside and being humid today really shows like how hard I was pushing and how hard I was going. Just trying to do my thing today. But again, it was fun, so it was all worth it. I would do it again. It's a benefit for the Central Cambria cross-country team. So it's always nice to get those runners some more money. But they gave us 2 pies for finishing, apple pies. That's what they were given for the 5K too, but they had so many allotted for the duathlon. Since nobody showed up, they actually gave us 2 to take home. So now I have 3 apple pies to eat, so I'm gonna have to give some away. They're homemade apple pies. I got it all homemade. I didn't grab none of the store-bought ones, but I don't know, it was fun today. I'm glad I went. I miss doing that kind of stuff, like OCRs and duathons, and you know, just trying different things, which I'm looking forward to after I hit 200. So I'm going to count this as 198. Again, even though there was only 4 of us, it was an actual race because they actually timed it, and we were actually trying to beat each other. Just happened to be that there was only 4, not 50 of us showing up today. Because I know when I did it a couple years ago, like maybe 19, it's been a few, there was probably like 30 people doing the duathon. So anyway, I'm tired, my legs are hurting. I'm gonna get me some Wendy's, refuel. But I would check it out next year. So race number 2 of 3 on the weekend. I got Deer Flies 25K tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. So I got smoked in the 5K by a bunch of high school kids. I won the duel, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm sitting at 198. I'm sweaty. Forgot to bring underwear or whatever to change into, so I got my compression shorts, which are completely moist, so I'm sitting in my vehicle on a towel before I go in and get Wendy's, and my ass is and my balls are just completely soaked. So thought you guys might enjoy that little tidbit. And other than that, I guess that's about it for now.